welcome back. Today we are going to be going over page 18, which is balancing reactions 3. Um, this is really similar to a lot of the stuff we've done so far, so I'm going to be going over a lot less of these. Biggest thing with these, I think if you've gotten here so far, you should have some good practice with this. Yeah, but still want to make this video. Yeah, and if you have any questions, please reach out to me or anyone else. Okay, so to start, we're going to start with question 3. I'm only going to be doing 7 of these questions, I think. A lot of them are pretty straightforward. I don't think they should be too big of an issue. Very well could have missed one, though. But okay, so we're starting with silver nitrate, AgNO3, plus Cu. This is very similar to the last one we did, like that word problem. Makes Cu parentheses NO3. That looks like a C in parentheses. 2 plus blank Ag, silver. All right. So set up our chart. We got AGs. We got CUs. We got N's. We got O's. All right. Awesome. Okay, that's a very tight chart, but we'll make it work. Okay, now to the counting. So on this side, AGs, no number in front of that. That's just 1. CUs, same thing, just 1. N's, also no number in front, just 1. And O's, got that little 3 there. That's 3. Right, on this side, AGs, no number in front, so that's a 1. Same with the CUs, that's a 1. Right, and this time our N's and O's are in a parentheses. And remember, that means we got to multiply that number to the ones inside. So that N, there's just one of them there. This parentheses is saying we got 2 of these. So 2 times 1 gives us 2. All right, and then same thing for O's. We got 3 times 2, which is 6. All right, so you may notice our N's and O's don't match up. So how can we fix that? We got to add more on this side. Only way to do that is right here. Let's just focus on N's right now, even though that'll change both of these. So we have 1 N right now, and we want 2. There's 1 N in each of these. So if we just add another one, we should be good to go. That's going to change our AGs, our N's, and our O's. So for AGs, 2 times 1 gives us 2. For our N's, same thing, 2 times 1 gives us 2. And for our O's, we have 2 times 3, which is 6. Awesome, so now almost everything matches up. Our AGs are off. But luckily, this AG right here is just all by itself, so we can just bump that up to 2. And we should be good to go. Yep, everything matches up. Just make sure you put 1s in your blanks on your sheet, and you should be good. Awesome, so up next is number 9. Gonna be skipping quite a bit there. 9. All right, so we have SO2 plus blank lithium selenide, so Li2 Se makes, ooh, this is a weird one, Se2 blank, wait, no, wait, yep, that's weird, oh wait, no it's not, okay, Se2 plus lithium Li2. Oh, awesome. So let's make our chart. We got S's, we got O's, we got LIs, and we got SEs. Awesome. So get that chart made. Sweet. Now let's do our counting. S's, only one place on this side. Just got one. That's a 1, I promise. Okay. We got O's. We got O2 right there. So that's 2. Lithium, got that 2 in front. That's 2. Then Se, no number in front. So that's just 1. Then we go over to this side. S's, no number in front. So that's just 1. O's, no number in front. So that's just 1. Li, we got 2. And Se, got that 2 in front, so that's 2. Awesome. Okay, so we can start with either O's or Li's, or Se's, my bad. Okay, I think I'm going to start with Se's on this side. So we need one more. There's only one thing that has that. That's that LISE. So if we want to add one more, bump that up to a 2. Right, that's going to change our LIs and our SEs. So SE, 2 times 1 gets us to 2. That is also a 2. LI, 2 times 2 is 4. Awesome. Okay, so now our O's don't match up and our LIs don't match up. But luckily, these two are together over here. So let's focus on O's. I think that's a little simpler. If we want 2 O's total, we have 1 right now. What times 1 gives us 2? In this case, that's 2. That's going to change our LIs and our O's. Okay, so for our O's, 2 times 1 gives us 2. And then for our LIs, 2 times 2 gives us 4. And everything matches up there. Looks pretty good to go. Make sure you plug in 1s for those blanks, and that should be it. Awesome. Okay, now on to 11. Awesome. So, oh yeah, this one's a little weird. So Na3PO4 O4 plus blank KOH, potassium hydroxide, makes NaOH, OH plus blank, I believe that's K3PO4. 3PO4. Awesome. Okay, get our chart set up. That arrow was questionable. Okay, now let's see. What elements do we have here? We got NAs. We got P's. We got O's. We got K's. And we got H's. And again, remember, it doesn't matter what order you put them in on this chart, just as long as we count the numbers right. All right. So, we got that. Awesome. Okay, now let's do our counting. Na, got that little 3 in front, so we got 3 right there. P does not have a number in front, so that's just at 1. O, got that 4, that's at 4. K's, no number in front, so that's just a 1. Oh, I messed up. Haha, O's, we got that 4 here, and then we got 1 more right there. So that's going to be at 5, actually. K's, just got that 1 in front, so that's a 1. And H's, no number in front. We actually don't have a 1 in front of either of these, but there's no number. That means it's 1. Okay, on to the other side. Na, no number in front. That means it's 1. P's, no number in front, we're at 1. O's, let's see, we got 4 there and 1 there. So that's 5 again. K's are at 3. And H's again at 1. So let's see. Our NA's and our K's don't match up. We can start with either of these. Those will work just fine. I'm going to start with K's on this side. So let's see. We have 1 K in each of these. We want 3 total. So what times 1 is going to get us to 3? In this case, that will be 3. So that's going to change our K's, our O's, and our H's. So for K's, 3 times 1 just gives us 3. For our O's, we have 3 times 1, that's 3 right there, plus our 4 right there. It's going to be 7. And our H's, 3 times 1, it's going to be 3. Awesome. So now our NA's don't match up, our O's don't match up, and our H's don't match up. So we're just going to focus on NA's. Let's see. So this side is lower. There's only one way to add NA's on this side. Yeah. So in this case, we need to figure out what times 1 gets us to 3. It's going to be same as right here. It's going to be 3. It's going to change our NA's, our O's, and our H's. Right. So 3 times 1 for NA is just 3. For our O's, we got 3 times 1, that's 3 right there, plus our 4 over here. It's going to be 7. And for H's, only got them right here. 3 times 1, that's just 3. Awesome. Okay, so now everything matches up. We can plug 1s into our blanks. Awesome. Okay, and we should be good to go. Sweet. All right, erase all that. Okay, and 14. All right, we got blank N A 3 P O 4 plus blank calcium chloride CaCl2 makes blank NaCl sodium chloride Cl plus blank calcium phosphate, which is Ca3 parentheses PO4 2. Hold on. Let's see, we're gonna go right there. Yeah. Okay. Get that chart set up. Let's figure out what elements we have. If you are watching this, I would like you to pause and take a second and try and fill out that chart yourself. Just get the symbols set up, and if you want to go ahead and count the numbers, do that too. All right, so you can pause the video. All right, and we should get NA. We got some P's. And remember, if you're not in the same order, that's fine. So as long as you got the same stuff. We got O's, CA's, and CL's. Alright, so if you went through the chart, it should look like this. Doesn't matter what order these are in, as long as you have all 5 of those elements. Okay, now we'll go through and do our counting. If you haven't done this yet, I'd like you to pause the video and try that. If you have already, that's great. So we go through and count. We got Na3, that's 3 right there. P, no number there, so that's at 1. O's, we just got 4 right there. Ca, no number in front, so that's at 1. Cl, is that 2? All right, over here. Na, no number in front, that's at 1. Cl, no number in front, that's at 1. P, got that in the parentheses. So no number in front there, that's a 1, times that 2. That's going to be 2 total. O's, we got that 4 there, times that 2 outside the parentheses. It's going to give us 8. And CA's, we got 3. Awesome. So none of this matches up. We got a lot of stuff to do. I think let's start with CA's. I think that's going to be pretty straightforward. All right. So we need 3 total. We only got 1 right now. So we need to figure out what times 1 gets us to 3. In this case, that will be 3. It's going to change our CA's and our CL's. So we'll erase those quick. And just found out that our CA's are at 3. It's 3 times 1. And our CL's, we have 3 times 2, which will give us 6. Awesome. So now let's see, what does not match up? Let's fix our P's now. So we got 1 over here, 2 over here. Only way to add more P's is to add more of this kind of mess thing. But if we have 1 in each and we want 2 total, we just need to add 1 more. So if it's at 1, bump it up to 2. And change our NA's, our P's, and our O's. So start with P's. 2 times 1, that's just 2. Right now, NA's, 2 times that 3, that gives us 6. And do the same thing for our O's. 2 times 4 gives us that 8. Awesome. So now all we need to change is our NA's and our CL's, and luckily those are together. So let's just focus on one or the other. I'm going to do NA's. So to figure this out, we know there's 1 NA in each formula, or each NaCl. So we need to figure out what times 1 gets us to 6. In this case, that'll be 6. That'll bump up to 6 NA's. If we do the same thing for CL's, that's 6 times that 1. It's going to get us to 6. Awesome. So now everything matches up. We only got 1 blank. Let's just put a 1 in there. And we should be good to go. All right. Erase all. Okay. So question 16. Awesome. All right, let's see. So we got ALF, aluminum fluoride, ALF3 plus blank K2CO3, 2CO3 makes blank KF, potassium fluoride, plus aluminum carbonate, Al2, parentheses, CO3, with a 3 outside. Awesome. Okay, get this chart set up. Again, I would like you to pause, and this time I want you to do both the chart and the numbers by yourself. I mean, I guess this is a video. There's nothing stopping you from just following along, but I'd like you to get the practice. Yeah, so pause the video. Take a second to do that. Right, then when we come back, we should start by getting our chart set up. We got ALs. We got Fs. We got Ks. We got Cs. And we got Os. Just get those lines in there. Awesome. Okay. Then we do our counting. AL, no number in front, just 1 right there. Fs, got that little 3. K's, got that 2 right there. C, no number, so that's just at 1. And O's are at 3. Awesome. Then we go over to this side. AL, got that little 2 in front, so that's just at 2. F's, no number in front, so that's at 1. K, no number in front, that's at 1. C's, these are in the parentheses. So we get 3 times 1 for our C, which is 3. Remember, these parentheses are saying that there's 3 CO3s in this. So whatever is in here, we're going to multiply it up by that 3. And we'll do the same thing for O. So we got a 3 inside the parentheses times that 3 outside the parentheses. Gives us 9. Okay, so we got some stuff to fix here. I am going to start with C's on this side. Again, you can start with whatever you want. As long as you pick the side that's lowest and just slowly tweak it, you'll get the right answer. But I'm going to start with C's. So let's see. They're lower on this side. The only way to add C's is to add more of these things. So if we look at our C's, what times 1 is going to get us to that 3 that we want? So what times 1 is 3? In the end, that will be 3. So that's going to also change our K's and our O's. All right, so we'll start with C's. 3 times 1 gives us that 3. Right? K's, 3 times that 2 gets us to 6. Gets us 6, not 26, like 26. Yeah, anyways. O's, 3 times that 3 gives us 9. Awesome. This is looking a little better. On the theme of staying on this side, we're going to fix those ALs quick. So we need 2 of them. We only have 1 right now. There's 1 in each of these. So what times 1 is going to get us to 2? In this case, that will be 2. And that is going to change our ALs and our Fs. So 2 times 1 gets us to 2. 2 times 3 gets us to 6. I was going to say 2 times 6, but that is not what we're doing here. Okay, now our ALs are good, our C's are good, and our O's are good. Just need to change our K's and our F's, which luckily are the same over here, or are together, not necessarily the same. But, okay, still in purple. Right, so now we need to figure out what times 1 will get us to 6. I'm focusing on the K's. You can do either. It'll get you the same answer. So what times 1 is 6? In this case, that will be 6. So 6 times 1 for our K, that's 6. 6 times 1 for our F, it's also 6. And since everything matches up, plug in 1 for our blank, and we're good to go. That's 16. Okay, gonna erase this. Gonna move on. You know what? I'm gonna pick a different color. We're gonna go, no. We're gonna move on to 18. Right? Yes, 18. Okay, that is the one I picked. All right, so blank. MGF2 plus Li2CRO4. Okay, that's big. Makes MgCRO4, gotta make that C a little bigger. Okay. MgCRO4 plus blank. What do we got? LIF. Okay. So put in that line. All right. Again, I want you to pause. Make that chart and those numbers. Yeah, and then we'll go from there. So pause, take a second, fill out your chart with each of the elements and how many of each we have. All right, so when we come back, we should have MGs, Fs, LIs, CRs, and Os. And those lines. Okay, just like that. And now let's do our counting. So over here, no number in front of there, that's 1. Get that 2, so 2 Fs. LI, got 2 of those. CR, no number in front, that's a 1. And O, that little 4, that's a 4. All right, that is an M, I promise. But again, no number in front, so that's a 1. CR, no number in front, that's a 1. O, 4. LI, no number in front, that's a 1. And same with F. All right, so now let's see. LIs, Fs don't match up. Yeah. Okay, this one ended up being so much simpler than I thought. But, okay. So if we want to add more LIs or Fs to this side, we just got to add one more of each. So bump that up to a 2. Erase that, erase that. And we get 2 Fs and 2 LIs. It's 2 times 1 for each of them. Everything else stays the same. Plug in 1s for your blanks. You are good to go. Awesome. Okay. So then on to the last one. Number 19. Awesome. Okay, sweet. So we get ammonia. Well, not really ammonia, but NH3. Plus, that's nitrogen trihydride, not H2SO4. H2SO4. Awesome. Makes ammonium sulfate. NH4 in parentheses. Little 2, right? Yep. SO4. Sweet. So, this time, I want you to pause, make that chart, count those numbers. I want you to try and balance this one too. Okay, so pause, take a second, just try and work it all the way through, and then we'll go over it. All right, so when we come back, we should, for our chart, let's get N, we got H's, we got S's, and we got O's. Probably could have left a little more room there, but is what it is. Awesome. Okay. If you have not done the counting or the balancing, I want you to pause now and do those. Okay. So then if we do our counting, we got 1 N, 3 H's here, 2 there, that's 5. S's, just got 1 right there, and O's got 4. Right, then on this side, remember we got to multiply that parenthesis out. So we got 2 N's. We got 8 H's. We got 1 S and 4 O's. Awesome. So the only thing that's off is our N's and our H's. Let's just focus on our N's. Yeah, so to add another N, can only do that one way. Bump that up to 2. Erase that, because that's going to change both our N's and our H's. So 2 times 1 for our N is 2. 2 times 3 for our H's is 6. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, so yes, that is 6. but we have this 2 right here. So that's going to be 8. And everything else looks good. So we plug in 1s for our blanks. And we're good to go. Alright, so that's all I'm going to cover in this video. Please let me know if you have any questions, any feedback on the video. I may make a part 2 if there's a bunch of other questions people need help on. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.